Hello, boys and girls. It's Trevy the Great here again with another battle report. I'm sorry I haven't been doing these very often, and I haven't done one in a while. I just haven't had the chance to play many good games. I haven't been to my local game club very often or my local store because I've just been so busy with other things. But I did get down to my local game store this week, and I did play a game with my new Grey Knights army. If you saw my last on the painting table report, you see that I did get a Grey Knights army, and up here are some pictures of some of the completed models. I only have one strike squad and the librarian done at this point, but I have plans to finish the rest of them off pretty soon. And this will be a sale army, so when it's all done, it will be for sale. So if anyone wants to claim that beforehand, go ahead and pipe up and let me know. So let's dive right into my army. Here's a rather fuzzy picture of it. But basically, it's a 1,000 point game, and I have two squads of two Grey Knight strike squads armed with two side cannons, and everyone else just has four swords. I know the Justicars have force halberds there, but those are actually just standing in for four swords because force halberds look so pretty. I also have a Paladin Terminator squad that just has two side cannons, and everyone else has falchions, except for one guy with a warding stave. There is a Brotherhood banner in there, but that actually is not representing a Brotherhood banner. Again, Brotherhood banners just look really pretty. And then, last but not least, I have a Grey Knight Librarian. He has the Shrouding, Quicksilver, and Might of Titan as his psychic powers. So he's going to be there to just basically boost as much of the army as he can as a sort of support caster. Here's a picture of my opponent's army. He's playing Blood Angels, as you probably already know. He has two Ball Predators with Heavy Bolters and a Storm Bolter, and the Twin-Linked Assault Cannon on top, so they basically have as many guns as they can fit. He's got two just foot-slogging assault squads sitting in Razorbacks there, and then two Devastator squads armed with all missile launchers. So he has a very shooty Blood Angels army, and he figured that he didn't really want to deal with my my Grey Knights in combat because my Grey Knights do have a lot of psychic powers that can boost them, a lot of power weapons and force weapons and things. So he's just going to try to mitigate my close combat ability just by shooting crap out of me at long range. And unfortunately, my army is a very mid-range shooting army. It's very powerful in that mid-range, but I don't really have the range to get up on these Devastator squads and things like that. The scenario, as you can probably see from that objective in the middle there, is capture and control. So we each have an objective in our deployment zone. This is where my opponent's objective is, and my objective is sitting on a ruin that's in my deployment zone. As you can see from this picture, this is how I've deployed. I've deployed very defensively. I figure that even if I just keep one of those objectives, the game's going to be a tie. So all I need to do is really get his objective from out from under him, because as far as I can see, he doesn't have a lot of assault elements, and he's really not going to be able to get all these Grey Knights out of this cover, especially with my Librarian with the Shrouding. And I know that those Ball Predators, in order to be able to fire, are going to, well, at least fire their assault cannons, are going to have to move within that 24-inch range there, and that's when my side cannons can really take them to town. And I don't think my enemy's Devastators have enough firepower to take down my my Paladins and my much more dedicated assault units. So as you can see, I haven't been taking a heck of a lot of pictures during this battle. It goes really quickly. Most of the game is just trading shots between the Predators and the strike squads. My side cannons, because they are strength 7 and rending, are able to get penetrating hits on 6s against those Predators, and I was actually able to do a lot of damage against them. I was rolling really well with those side cannons. So you see this Predator up top, that is actually immobilized and stunned, I believe. So that's out of the game pretty much for the next turn, and it can't move anymore, so it can't get out of the range of my side cannon, so I'm going to be able to tear it up later on. And then you can't see it, it's off the screen right now, but my opponent's other Land Raiders, not Land Raider, wow, the other Predator is behind this building on the right here, and my strike squad has moved out to engage it with side cannons. I haven't been able to do much damage, but I believe turn 3 or 4 I do manage to take off the assault cannon, which pretty much neuters its shooting capability, even though it does have those two heavy bolters, which is pretty scary. And then I do destroy it later on in the game, so it really doesn't come into play very much. Oh, my opponent also has a Librarian with that, just to psychic hood some of my powers, and he's able to stop me from getting the Shrouding off of my army several turns in a row, but he doesn't actually come into play anymore in the game, really, besides that. Uh, my opponent's been doing a lot of damage with Devastators on my Marines. I had to cluster my units enough to get them that cover save because I was scared of the assault cannons and the last cannons taking away my armor save. So unfortunately, he was doing a lot of damage with frag missiles. But as soon as the Predators moved up and I was able to spread out a little bit more to get side cannons in range, I was able to spread my army out and mitigate some of the casualties that he was inflicting. So this is probably midway through the game. This is, I think, turn 4 or so. I decided that the Paladins weren't doing much as it were. They do have 2 side cannons in there and were doing some damage to the tanks, but I really needed to take my opponent's objective, and if I started off right now, I would be able to get there probably by turn 5 to at least contest it. So I started moving them up. I did take a casualty from a las cannon because my guys weren't in cover, and I took a couple wounds from shooting, but other than that, they seemed to get off pretty well. So they eventually moved up. This is the immobilized Predator. They moved up and assaulted that on turn 5 or so, used that movement to sort of catapult themselves up. They did destroy the Predator, and then moved up and were able to run to the other side of this building. This is my Paladin Congo line sort of thing here. So they are getting a cover save from that other las cannon on the other side of the building, but my opponent's objective is right in front of them, so so they are contesting it. Unfortunately, this is a sort of precarious formation because I think my opponent could just tank shock them off of the objective if he guessed correctly, but I was taking a gamble because I really needed to, this was at the end of turn 5, and I really needed to tie up the game. Unfortunately, the game did not go any further than this point, and my opponent didn't actually move his assault squads into range of the objective. I think he was just trying to mitigate the amount of damage I was able to do because, I mean, Paladins are no slouches in combat whatsoever, and his assault squads didn't have any upgrades at all, so I could have just torn through his troops choices if he had kept them there. Which is why I think he was going to wait till turn 6, but unfortunately we rolled a 1, trying saying that 5 times fast, and he did the game did not go on to turn 6, so he actually lost because he didn't take that objective. I think that unless he was able to get the Terminators off, I would have had a pretty good chance at contesting his objective anyway, so I don't think it made that much of a difference. Paladins are very tough to budge, especially when they start getting into combat and they can't be shot at. So, so that's how the game ended. I hope you guys have enjoyed this battle report. It was sort of short and not the most exciting game I've played, but it was certainly the best one that I have played in several weeks. So I hope I'm going to plan to play some more games in the not-too-distant future, and I hope I'll get some more exciting battle reports up for you in the coming days. So look out for those. This is Trevy the Great, once again, out.